Hello everyone, welcome to another mod overview, this time on ClickThrough. A mod that simply adds the ability for you to access containers if you have a sign or item frame on that side, and you just, for example, select through things like so. For example, with, say, this enchantment table, I can't through the bookshelf, of course, but if I wanted to, compared to just having to go over and reach it, then I could. But we'll get another enchantment table while I'm at it for this testing. So yeah, so we'll place a bunch of blocks down and we'll see what we can actually access through these with item frames and signs, and then we'll check the configs accordingly to see what else. So yeah, oh, and obviously I guess a minecart as well if we want to access that with not only an inventory but also a player access as well. Push that in. Yeah, that'll be fine. I probably won't even be able to anyways, but we'll just see what we've got here. And with some that don't even have GUIs but still have an accessibility aspect, like campfires, I assume will work, but we'll have to take a look. Of course, I can't do it with you, so you can go back. I'm not going to my card, I don't need you right now. There we go. Alright, so let's go sign. We can access that through there. We'll break this. We'll put that there, an item frame and an item frame. There we go. So you can put things still in item frames as well, it's just you need to sneak now when doing it compared to before. We've got a barrel. Yep, so we can access through there. So we'll put actual food on here, so we'll go potatoes, for example. We'll put all 4 in here. With the sign, we can do the exact same. Item frame and item frame. Yep. And for the most part, it should be the same regardless with each of the blocks. So we'll just find out. But I'm just testing each one just in case, because I'm curious. Now you could obviously just reach above, but in the case of, say, something like an item frame, maybe not as much compared to a sign. And depending on the distance that you're at, of course, you may not be able to. Or the angle you're at, you may not be able to. For example, so we can access this. Can't with this, of course. Let me move that out of the way. The same. Now it shouldn't matter with ones on minecarts because technically they aren't in the way that much, but if we were to, can I actually go through that? I cannot. I can the hopper, even though I'm technically on the side. So it's because I'm on the side of the sign, but typically with a minecart you're not really going to get that, where you can access its inventory if it has one. And obviously with an item frame it's not going to matter because they don't really fit on these anyways. So we'll just go here and here. We should be able to access each of these no problem. That is what the trap chest, I think. Yeah, shouldn't matter. I was going to say, it's like, hang on, that doesn't seem right. Right, and then crafting table. And then we'll just get rid of these. Place a sign on it. I need one more. And I can just rip the other ones off. But anyway, so there's that. And then we can access our furnace, blast furnace, chest, into chest, trap chest, and so on. Crafting table from here if we need to. Cool. Otherwise, there is configs that allows you to tweak certain aspects of this functionality, as well as maybe point out some I missed. So let's see, you've got sneaking to die, something, so let's see, assume for an item frame? Hang on, what would you sneak to die? I'm trying to think, is there an actual thing we can sneak to? Wait a second. Oh, I also actually forgot the cauldron, so if we can put water in that, that's also something we could test technically. Here's my, yeah, we'll just get the sign here, and we'll get an item frame and an item frame. So this and this, we can do that, and you can do this on this side. There we go, so that's fine. So I guess if we were to maybe just remove a dyed piece of leather, maybe is the way I could test this technically. Obviously if there is something you actually can dye by interaction, then you can, but if we were to do this, we can. And we do this as well, through the sign, you can see that as well, so that's fine. I'm also still putting it on. So I guess it's a situation like that, or something else where you can sneak to dye something. You can, so that's what the tooltip is, it's the key feature and such. You can enable or disable said things there. If you don't want the feature, I'm not sure of the difference between default and value, the regular value, but I'm assuming there is a noticeable difference of just like, I guess this is a default functionality maybe, and it's not like a note sort of thing saying this is what the default is, I don't think, I don't know. Either way, we'll move on. So we've got the, let's see, so ignoring, I think, ignoring, so maybe with signs and item frames possibly. Maybe that's with text on the sign, maybe that's just with stuff in item frame, I don't know. Actually, this might be economy stuff, that's probably why. Yeah, because then there is the next part, which is more server economy related. So that might be more related to that. So if we go to here, an option to control dyeing signs. Oh, okay, I didn't know that was a thing. So maybe this is a feature. Yeah, that's more for economy stuff, I think, isn't it? So if we break this, or it is an actual feature, I don't know. Hello, and testing text on a sign along with each row that displays. Alright, so we'll do this, and okay, so it is actually a feature with the mod. Okay, cool, that's interesting. So it consumes 1 dye each time. Okay. Alright, so that's something I didn't realize. Because let's see, I only read so much in the description. Or clicking through signs and dyeing a sign with the dye open to the beginning behind, sneaking dyes the sign. Okay. If on a server and you have a chest shop economy, clicking those signs will not open the container. Execute a trade instead. By default, a sign counts as a chest shop sign if there's one of the following things to consider. So I'm not aware of how economy mods and such work, or even when it comes to the interactions on signs. So it's like you've got buy, sell, and so on. You interact on certain parts of the text on the sign. I don't know enough about that, but it is a feature if you want to take advantage of certain aspects, I guess, along with this mod. Other than that though, that's pretty much everything it seems. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.